Hey fellas, I want to share something with you today. It's exciting and I know it's going to help you. And you guys ask me questions all the time, and I don't need to be an expert to know what's going through the general things that are going through your mind and your struggles and your trials and errors and your pitfalls. And that's today I want to talk about fear. And I want to talk about the fear of success or the fear of change. And of course I'm going to highlight quickly and briefly the things that I had to overcome in my own life and how I've understood this to be very true for me, and of course very true for students and very true for everyone. When I'm talking about students and guys that I help in my programs to improve with women, we're people, we're human beings. So it's likely if you've got a problem, someone else has. So it could be a woman. I know I've got girls watching my videos, it could be a guy. It doesn't really matter what age you are. This is a human fear. Now, I come to understand as I got older, and I've been around personal development and dating, and also the pickup world, if you like, for 11 years now. And of course, the first thing that brought me here was insecurity. Massive insecurity, massive sense of low self-esteem, not feeling good enough, feeling ashamed, feeling embarrassed, feeling judged, feeling hateful, feeling violent, feeling confused. All of those things that fear brings up and how it makes you feel. And a feeling that I'm not good enough and that I could never change. But as I started to make changes or inquire about it or start working on myself, I actually realized it was kind of weird. At first I was frightened to get started. So that's always the first fear. We're frightened to get started. We think, oh, joining the gym means, oh, I'm not sure how it's going to be, what will happen? Or what will happen if I go up on the street and I speak to a girl? And I know guys, when they first take my boot camp, the first thing they say is, what's going to happen on the boot camp? That's the question we always ask, what will happen? So we're frightened of the unknown. We're frightened of what's going to happen because there's change there. But once we get over that hurdle, we get started. We get excited, we think, oh, I did it, I've got started, I can't believe it. And then as we start to push a little bit more, we go, oh, we get stuck again, we go, oh shit, hang on a minute, I'm changing. And then we get what I call the fear of success, or the fear of change. And I call it also as well the fear of enlightenment, or Alan Watts terms. They're all the same meaning, or the fear of being yourself, or the fear of finding out who you are. That's another common one used. And that was true for me. One day it dawned on me, I was at home and I thought, I can't remember what it was, but I think I was improving. I think I was getting laid in day game with nice women. But I remember thinking, oh, I'd like to sort of go up. I'd like to check my chances for a more attractive woman, maybe a more posh woman from an educated background. Then I thought, oh shit, if I do that, that means I've got to change more because my friends are not from this background. I'm not from this background. My upbringing's different. My schooling's different. They speak different to me. They eat in different places to me. They think different. Oh, that's a lot. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if... Or if I did make those changes, my friends might think, fucking hell, you know, Johnny thinks he's posh now, he thinks he's a snob, he thinks he's not from, you know, from the ghetto or the working class background. So it just frightened me and I just went, no, I just went back. So like Les Brown done, I sold myself short to please other people or to basically let this fear in my mind overtake me. So what I realised was I had to step back a bit, I had to step back, I had to feel more suffering. I had to feel more pain before I could want to get the courage and go forward more. So I had to look at other people. I had to look at people like Les Brown, like Tony Robbins, people that are in my industry and they've made changes. And that's one of the things that you're probably struggling with. You're frightened of going too forward because the repercussions are your friends will get jealous, you'll lose friends. And those changes will invoke feelings in you. You can't do what I've done. You can't go from a cancer state, from being a 21-year-old socially anxious virgin to being 32, and where I am thus far, sleeping with loads of attractive women, doing a job that I love, not to show off, just want to inspire you guys, because this is coming from my old self pain. I want to share it with you. Getting paid really well, loving helping people, working with supremely confident people, people that are not confident, taking them from where they are and making them feel amazing. You can't go through these changes without suffering. So that's another thing that we're frightened of. We know this unconsciously. You know everything, I'm just reminding you. We're frightened to suffer. We're frightened to feel the feelings of fear, to feel the feelings, that pit in our stomach that makes us feel nervous, that feeling that makes us feel judged, we go in our head. So these are the things that you've got to be willing to go through. And the most interesting thing is that when you actually start doing these things and feeling the fear and going into these feelings, it's not as bad as you think. You realise that everyone's the same, that everyone that's gone through a change from being unsuccessful to successful or feeling insecure to secure had to go through this suffering. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. And if there is a way around it, then please share it with me because I'd like to take it and do more bigger things in my life that I'm still afraid about doing. So fear of change was big for me. That's what comes to mind. That's what comes to mind this week when I look at your comments. When guys say, it's all right for Johnny. Johnny's tall, he's white, he's good looking. That's why he gets women. That's bollocks. That's a load of bollocks. Or Indian men can't meet women. Or, oh, Johnny's got no game, he just goes out, he just approaches loads of women until one says yes. Well, great, if that's the way I do it, eventually one says yes, I'm successful. Failure equals success. So that's what's on my mind. You guys are ashamed to fail. Pray. Got hair in my mouth there. This weren't part of the program. You guys are afraid of failing, but you're afraid of succeeding. And you're more afraid of becoming who you really are than staying as you are. Sorry. It's a sign. It's a big hair. Someone's on me. So that's my point. You're more frightened of success. And when I changed my psychology and I started to reframe fear, I got more confidence. So I thought, fucking hell, if I'm frightened of being what I am, that means I'm good enough. That means I'm good enough. I just got to get the courage to go and be this person. So who was I? This person here. I was the same man here as I was 22 years ago. I had more hair back then. I was younger. But I was this person. This is my spirit. This is who I was. Charismatic, charming, tall, handsome, kind, honest, congruent. I was this man years ago. But I was frightened to be this person because I thought it will offend people. Possibly my parents might think, bloody hell, we've lost our son. He's confident. He speaks with his head up and eye contact and he's got a voice. And of course I've got a voice. So have you. So you won't do it in one day. You won't do it in a week. It might take months and years, but it's worth it. It's so powerful. When you start making the changes, you realise that it's kind of mad because you realise that, okay, on some level your friends may have been jealous and they were threatened by your growth, or people around you were, but you as the person holding yourself back, you've got the power. It's not attractive women that are keeping you down. It's not me. It's not a dating coach. It's not YouTube. It's not society. Although that can play a part, it's you. It's all in you. I promise you. And this was what was being said to me when I started. And I just thought, oh, here we go again. The same old Tony Robbins, the same old stuff in all the scriptures, the same old feel-good bollocks. It doesn't resonate with me. I didn't want it to resonate with me. I didn't want to believe it. Because part of me enjoyed staying in the suffering. I enjoyed going to my mates and saying, oh, life's tough. I just got paid by the job centre. I've got 100 quid to last me 2 weeks and I've just had to pay my mum £40 back of the money that I borrowed, and I feel shit about it. Oh, should we just go and get a beer? Should we just talk shit about people? That was not who I was. That was not who I was. And it's not who you are. I keep saying it. It's not who you are. I keep saying it. It's not who you are. It's not who you are. Because if you had these feelings, it's telling you. And I said it before in one of my articles. When I was going through suffering and through pain, I felt embarrassed and ashamed. That was my authentic self saying, come on, Johnny, you can do better. You can do better than this. Don't worry about what they say. Good faith in God. Align yourself to who you are, a good person. So you can do it. No one's special in the sense, but we're all special. It's an acknowledgement. Like Alan Watts says, it's a realisation. It's not something that you have to go and get. You can buy cars, money, it doesn't make a difference. It might make you feel a little bit more happy. Internal success. Internal success, external success on the exterior. So you've got to work on yourself. I say that word a lot and it's a word I really like, but you might not understand what it means. You've got to fucking do everything. You've got to put 100% in. You've got to change your fashion. You've got to change your thinking. You've most likely got to change your diet. You've got to change your habits. You've got to change your body language. You've got to change your conversation skills, the way you speak to people. That's how much you've got to do this. And you'll go through so much fucking pain and stress and worry and joyful moments of feeling great. Then you'll say, oh, finally I'm approved. I'm good enough. Finally, I'm good enough. So the whole thing is the fear of finding out who you are, what comes of it. So if you can distance yourself from my friends, my family, the society, my culture, or the ideas that people have about me, if you can just put that aside and go, let me put that aside and just get right down to this, get some me time and work on myself, that won't matter, that will dissolve. When I made changes, all my negative friends that I thought would physically hold me back, they dropped off without me even saying anything. And the ones that I said, come on, stay with me, I don't want to lose you, you can join me, you can do what I've done, you can join me, do it with me. They didn't want to do it, and I just said, fair enough. Like my father used to say, Jonathan, you cannot help a man who doesn't want to help himself. It's a waste of time and it's a waste of energy. And that's why I put these videos out, because I know that I'm not wasting my time with you guys. And I enjoy it as well. This is what I love to do. This is my passion. So if you want to be doing what I'm doing, it doesn't need to be dating coaching. It could be anything in your life. You've got to, you know, all the things I've said. I feel like I'm going to waste my breath. So it's okay that you feel that way. Everyone does. I still do to some extent. I'm still frightened to find out who I am more, because that means changing things, but I'm going to keep doing it. And you guys see that I'm not bullshit. I'm the proof of that. That will inspire you to go inside. And when you go inside, you go outside. So the fear of success, study it, think about it, sit down and think about it. I'm not a failure. I'm good enough. I'm afraid to be good enough. I'm afraid of succeeding. Because when you think about success, when I was sitting in my place in Fulham Broadway, and I was in normal clothes, baggy tracksuit bottoms and shoes that smelt bad, and I was dressed bad with stains on my clothes and bad body language and head down. When I thought of success, I thought of good-looking men in suits. Now I'm a good-looking man in a suit. I am that person, because I had to think about it. I had to envision this person. I had to think about Les Brown. I had to watch Les Brown late at night and cry with tears because all my pain and shame. I had to cry on my own and feel and bring my masculinity down and think, I wanted to envision this person. How would he speak? How would he behave? How would he treat people? Where would he live? What type of women would he be dating? Eventually, I fucking achieved it. I can't believe I've done it. But I can believe I've done it. You can do the same. You are enough. You are enough. But you're playing victim. You don't want to be enough. You want to sit there going, poor me, poor me. Fuck that. That doesn't help. No one gives a shit. When you're like that, I don't give a shit. But I do give a shit. But you know what I'm talking about. When you start changing, others will help you. And it's so exciting because it's so worth it. Then you feel you've got a right. That's why I love practice. I'm on the same topic, so stay with me, guys. I've got passionates there, my favourite park. So when you start inquiring into the fear of success, why am I afraid to be good? Then you start realising that all the great leaders, they had the same thing, the same complex. So a fear of going forward, a fear of going back, a fear of saying the same, a fear of getting worse, a fear of getting better. So we need fear. Fear's helped me. Fear's your best friend, although it doesn't feel that way sometimes. So like I said, I sat in Fulham Broadway and I said, Johnny, it can't get worse than this, mate. Fucking hell, I've got no bad relationship with my family at this particular time in my life. I'm going down the job centre. Even I owe the job centre money. I'm borrowing loans from the job centre. I'm making up lies because I'm got to eat. And I wasn't lying, I was hungry. I wasn't just hungry for food, I was hungry for change. So when I thought about it, I thought I can do it. And then I started to read books about people that did it. And I made sure that they weren't bullshitting, because you do get people that do exaggerate the story. Found out that people that are congruent that did it. And it massively inspired me. Of course, along the journey, there are moments when you fall down, you get back up again, you have a break, you get frightened off. You get bullied by fear, then you come forward, you get courageous. And then you go forward, and then you get excited. Then you find out who you are, and you say, oh wow. And in some sense, it doesn't feel that much different. But it feels amazing. Does that make sense? I hope I don't lose you here. You've changed, but you was always that person. You expose yourself. You were what Eckhart Tolle says. Give me a second. I'm getting passionate. You reveal yourself. You reveal yourself by deleting all the dark parts of you that are not you. And then you say, I'm here. This is me. This is the essence of me. And then the whole fucking reality changes. So you can do it, and it's exciting. All right? So that's my message today. You're frightened of change because of what change brings and what comes of change. So get more courage. Like and subscribe. As always, enjoy the process. I massively appreciate the support. If you want to ask me any questions or you've got any comments you want to ask me, leave in the box below. And of course, as always, click the link below, go to my members area, and you can see practical solutions and demonstrations and strategies and tips and fucking the honest truth of how to get your courage and overcome the fear of success or manage it. And I don't know, there's so much in there. Go and check it out, all right? And if you need my help and you're courageous and you want to work with me on my 6 weeks program, go to my website, www.johnnyberba.com, all right? You are enough, believe me. I'll speak to you guys soon. Bye.